Houston, we have a problem.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Heliopsychosis podcast. This is your host, Vikka Draziv. Guys, welcome to the show. If you're watching us from YouTube, do comment, like, share, and subscribe. And especially if you're first time here, do share the show too. And if you're watching us from realtruthseekers.com, rts.video, yes, rts.video is one of our main sponsors for Heliopsychosis podcast and most of our upcoming production, including the mechanical realm. So make sure you guys also check out Real Truth Seekers rts.video. And yes, what an awesome show we have today too. The making of the mechanical realm. Yeah, a really long journey together with the whole crew. An awesome journey, a lot of learning, a lot of growing, and still it's a process that it's gonna continue because we have literally opened a new kind of a portal with this documentary. Yeah, awesome. The mechanical realm. Yeah, with our panelists. First of all, my co-host, I really want to thank my co-host, Gene Edited, for being there for the pace, keeping up with the pace. We are almost 1.5 years with Heliopsychosis podcast, and he's done more than he could of being a co-host and also for the making of the mechanical realm, a huge part of him. And I want to wish him a really happy birthday. So, Gene, my brother, happy birthday. How are you?
Hey, Vika. Hey, thanks, bro. Thank you. Um, I, it's such an exciting year, bro. You know, this is the picture's still coming in like a Polaroid, very slowly, and you think you understand it all, and you don't, right? Yeah, it was very exciting to be part of this, and I still don't think I understand where it's gonna go, but I have a feeling, and it's hard to project like that, but this is a second home run for you, bro. And this will be a good topic tonight. We were talking a little bit about it last week, but every all I guess all you guys have seen the promos for it, and you got to understand that all that is original artwork. There's not too much stock photo in there. There's some, yeah, to give you older pictures of what we're talking about, but all this stuff is made by Vika and Marcio. So bravo to you guys for putting this all together. And I tell you what, I made several different versions of what I was saying, added things, took things out, and I don't know how you guys did all that. Came out magnificent though, guys. And I was really proud to be part of it. And I think it's going to go. It's just going to reach so many places when people understand the reality behind it. So thanks, brother. I'm very happy to be here with all you guys, and looking forward to what the future holds too.
Oh yeah, brother. I hope you had a great day. And yeah, we share the same horoscope. We are same star sign. We came to know even a year after we were speaking, so we even didn't knew that we were the same star sign. And
That's
even
right.
in numerology we connect. So awesome connection we have there. That's why things flow, right? So hope you have a
Definitely.
great day and a year ahead, brother, for you.
Thank you
Awesome.
very
Thanks for
much.
being here.
Thank you.
Awesome. And the next panelist, yes, another of our team member of Heliopsychosis, a long journey. Yes, a lot of learning, a lot of, you know, in all aspect, right? Keith, how are you, brother?
Hey, Vika, doing good. Hopefully, I can stay with you guys. I'm way out in the country with very little signal. I think I have two bars now, though, so that's good. But yeah, it has been a long journey for me. Someone asked me just today, what's how long you been a flat earther, and I said, for me, it started 2017 after a one-on-one, face-to-face conversation with a Navy pilot who told me to start researching Antarctica, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "Well, it's not an ice continent on the bottom of a ball." And he told me to go look in a few other places, and I did. And I started scratching my head. And I'm like, no way, Earth can't be flat. I mean, I've been told it's a ball my whole life. And a little bit of digging, it really only took me a few months to realize I'd been lied to, like, pretty clearly. And but I wanted to understand both sides. I want to understand all the arguments from the overpaid pseudoscientist priests. So I listened to almost all of them. And after a while, you really have to stop, take a step back, and say, wow, these guys have no proof. All they have is claims without evidence. And a little bit after I learned their stance and their positions, and I learned the truth of flat Earth more clearly where I could communicate it, I started promoting it probably 2019. So about 4 years now, I've been, an advocate and promoting it probably daily. And then I guess about a year ago, we met, Vika, you and I and Gene, and through a mutual friend. And I've been hanging out with you guys, and you told us about this shortly after I met you. You told us about this project. And most people have no idea. They think, oh, they just threw together a documentary. Now it's been going on for about a year, and we've been keeping quiet about it. We've been learning, studying, researching the history of the mechanism and the science of it. Like we talk about in the documentary, the hardware and the software. But it's my short 7 year, almost 7 year journey now. It's in some ways it's short, in other ways it's long, but it's been a good journey. It's been fun. I think when we're learning things that are new, it sparks our brain, and life takes on a little more meaning, a little more purpose when you're learning things that you didn't know before. And I think that's a great thing about this documentary. People who are just getting in to flat Earth, just now starting to research reality for themselves. This documentary is going to be a real eye opener for the flat Earth community at large. The documentary will be a game changer. It'll be something else that we can all point to, just like we did with Flatten the Curve. And I'm excited to see where this thing goes. Like I said on the last podcast, I think over the next 3 4 months, 6 months, the next year, this documentary will take on a life of its own. And I don't even think any of us can guess where it's going to end up in the future. But I got real good ideas that it's going to touch millions and millions of people.
Oh yeah, brother, absolutely. The time you have dedicated to flat Earth and the energy you have put in all these years. So being a part of the mechanical realm, at least you feel some kind of fulfillment, right, of all that work that has been done. And it's like fine tune and put in there, right, from your aspect, right? So I hope you see
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. Yeah, I do. I feel that very strongly. And at the same time, it's kind of a weird feeling. I also feel like I'm just getting started. And same with you, Vika. I mean, you've done a lot of work, your channel, your videos. The Urbano Monte map video is awesome. Flatten the Curve was phenomenal. This new mechanical realm, but I still feel like for you, you're just getting started too. I think we have still have a lot of work to do.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh, a lot for sure. There's stuff that it's gonna come with time when it's when it's time, you know. So already all that we have learned from all this year, and we reach to this stage, so it's gonna be the progress is gonna continue, right? The So that's awesome. And I think you had a very good instinct, right? You had a very good instinct about that the academics and all these people are going to, there are people from schools and universities that are watching Terry. So, already.
Yeah, I personally can't wait until I get a debate with a professor at a university who thinks he knows about geography and astronomy and history, when all he will be able to do or she will be able to do is just regurgitate all the stuff that we've all heard for our entire lives. That's the funniest thing to me. These globeheads say, well, what about this and this and this? Oh, it's like, oh, wow, yeah, I've never heard that before. When we know everything that they believe, we used to be them. And then when you start researching
Exactly.
flat Earth, yeah, when you start researching flat Earth, and I mean, the knowledge that I have now of geography, astronomy, and history is far more than I had before I knew flat Earth. Before flat Earth, all I knew was the same thing that everybody else knows, which is, turns out to be false. It turns out to be lies, and it feels
Exactly.
good. Feels good to know the truth.
Oh, yeah. The upper hand, this is where we have the upper hand. As you say, we all have been educated in the same indoctrination, all of us. The upper hand we have is that we know their motto. Once you understand the both sides, you can analyze and make a decision out of both the sides. You cannot just know one side and you're going to try to debunk or ignore the other side. A real investigation, a real research is to investigate the both aspect and both sides. And this is where we flat earthers know very well that we understand their faith well. That's why we can, like what we do with flat earth, right? We Because we understand the both models. So that's awesome for us, I think so. So, oh yeah, and our final panelist is RTS update. Are you there, brother?
I'm right here. I thought you had forgot about me already.
No, 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 brother. Yeah, yeah. Nice to see you back. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you all of you for having me once again. Get ready for my chit chat. So you're being warned already. I wasn't sure what kind of voice I was gonna be using tonight. Like I was planning to be using a leprechaun voice like this, or I was gonna be using one of those jazz mood voices like "Welcome to Heliopsychosis." So I'm just gonna be using my regular voice if you don't mind, all of you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. How are you, and
No,
how
no,
are
no.
things
I'm
going,
I'm
brother?
doing fine. I'm doing fine now. All seriousness, it's been great to see all of you guys grow up so much. Happy birthday to Jean. Uh,
Thank you.
and it's been great to see you all guys working together. Now that I heard just Keith giving a short story about how you guys met. Now it makes a lot of sense to me now because I've been asking uh, the founder Marcio about it like 3 or 4 times already. How come was you know Jing and director Bika to bring over Keith? Because I know Keith has a very strong reputation of he likes to play hard to get. So it's not easy to get in touch with him. Uh, he's a very serious guy. He doesn't play around with the things he works with. So it's awesome to see him in this piece, in this artwork from director Bika. So it's been great. Lots of big surprises. Also, another people working in the documentary as well. And it's been great to see all of you guys working together, and this thing going up so fast, and from being from the inside but also from the sidelines, because I'm not part of your team. I'm part of a Marshall David's founder team, so I'm inside of the whole process, but I'm also an outsider. So it's great to see all of you guys working together. And Gene, I have mentioned it. I have tried to make my comments in general, so I don't so not to leave anybody outside of the conversations. But most of my talk about general things is because of Gene. A lot of people ask about Gene on RTS, so it's been nice to see all of you guys
Oh,
working together.
that's so cool. Wow.
Yep, yep.
I, I don't know
I,
what to say.
I
That's
hope well. I hope one day Gene comes over to RTS and help also the founder to do some work, because there's a lot of people asking for Gene.
well,
Honestly, to be
that is
honest.
so
Yep.
cool. Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and Gene and Keith, and it's gonna be Evelyn also, right? And Eddie,
Yeah.
right?
And
So,
I
but
missed
you're part
I
of the
missed
team, my
Eddie.
brother. You are part of the
Yeah. Go ahead.
team also in a way. You are not the cast, but you are
Yeah,
also running. You are part. Everyone, Marcio, and everyone who helped us was also a part of the team and is a part of the team, right?
100%.
Because the whole for the whole thing to work, all the pieces need to fit in, brother. If there are pieces left out, it's not we're not getting the complete picture, right? That's why it took that amount of time for this to manifest, because if it's just like two, three people or four people doing a video, you can make in like a couple of months or put whatever, right? uh, a lot of background work, a lot of research, a lot of
A lot of people.
sharing of different ideas and what fits in and what doesn't, you know what I mean? Because there's so much to it. There is so much to it, and we have just been all over, right?
Right.
And the understanding we have, that's why I said in the one of our podcasts that in the flat earth community we could be called as expert in this topic with this mechanism and how it really works, because not everything is there in the documentary. We ourselves, we connected so many dots also for us to continue the searches, to expand on what we learned from here, right?
Right.
So so we all have this because everybody worked together, right? And
I appreciate that. I appreciate those words coming from you, Director Bika, and from the rest of the cast. I wish Evelyn was here. I've been and Eddie. I also missed Eddie. I have never had the chance to being in the same stream with them, and I wish they were here too. And well, this thing is going bigger. Um, uh, Marcia, the founder, just made us add the live stream to the Mechanical Realms site. So next time around, if you guys decide and you want to keep talking a little bit more freely without the censorship, you can keep talking without ending the stream. Well, you can end it on YouTube, but keep talking a little bit longer, 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes longer. directly to the mechanical realm. We have that feature now, and other things that the Marshall, the founder, has been thinking about. He told me about um, an idea, probably because he mentioned the director Vikka told him that there is a lot of footage and information not that was left out uh, of the end product of the documentary, and it may be a good idea later in the future. Um, what's it called? Like remaster the work and
Cool.
do it right.
Yeah, a lot of stuff probably hit the floor, right?
Yeah, because it really hit the idea when last week Keith mentioned that he spent a few hours shooting the footage, and only a short time of it was in the film. So the film
Right.
can be longer, like 2 3 parts longer. I don't know, an hour, almost 2 hours each part. I don't know, 2 part, 3 part film, something
You
like
can
that.
make bloopers.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, everything is possible. Depend how it goes from here, right? But at least it's the first stepping stone is there for the people to get familiar with what's happening, right? with the indoctrination that they have done with keeping this out of sight, right, and keeping it out of touch.
Right, diverting the attention away. They're good at that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I said, yeah, go ahead.
no, well, yeah. What Gene just said. I mean, just what they're doing this last week or two, trying to not to make people not to think what's going on, not just with flat Earth, but and NASA just saying there is a monster asteroid coming over to Earth, and there's a lot of misinformation from them, trying to make us not to think about the reality. Look what it just happened yesterday. Who's gonna be next? Because they're gonna be ending other people just to uh, be loved people in quotes. Make you trying to not to think what's going on also in the Middle East, the wiping out of millions of innocent people by certain of, government, and I mean they're coming hard, trying to misguide us and giving us misinformation, trying to confuse us.
You know, I'm in New York. I run into a lot of people, and a lot of them agree that most of the people in the street get along. It seems it's what's on the television that wants us
It's
to act
crazy.
this way.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And the real people from like talking about what's going on in the Middle East. The
Hmm.
real people, the real what's it called?
Civilians.
Orthodox people
Okay.
from that country, they're against what their government is doing
Yeah.
totally, and they're putting it on video. They're not just like saying it; they're putting
Right.
it on video. The Orthodox people saying having the Orthodox people is like having the founding fathers still alive, because those are the people who founded that country, the Orthodox.
Right.
So it's like crazy nowadays. It's crazy,
Yeah, but
and
it's just, brother, it's just a way to manipulate the people. The politics and the religion is the perfect combination to
yeah,
trigger,
It
because
is a good
anybody can be
trigger.
triggered, any race, any caste, any culture.
Flag.
Yeah, if you're gonna finger them, they're gonna be like pissed, and this is what the whole idea like, we know what is the real agenda behind all this. It's the big business of all the thing that's involved to make this
But it's
crap
only the governments. It's
functioning.
only the people in government. Only the elites in the
Yeah, but it's
government.
affecting. Yeah, but it's affecting even the
Right.
people who are
Yeah,
normal
yeah,
people, day-to-day life, and even us. It's affect directly or indirectly. It's affecting us. The inflation, the everything that is going around, the paranoia, the control,
yep.
the
Stress.
surveillance, uh, the killing of free speech. Everything is affecting us, even if you think that it's something is happening far away. It's nothing is far away. We all are in a way doomed with this, whatever they are trying to play, right? So we really don't know what the hell in reality could be happening with whatever they are showing us today. Everything. This is the war of information, the age of information. We don't know what's real or what's not, right? So uh,
Well,
what my opinion would be for the people to be cautious with everything they see. Everything, freaking everything.
well,
Oh yeah.
I have a formula for that, if you wish. Um, Everything in the news is the opposite. So that's how I know. If I see it in the news, it's the opposite. It's the other way around. But they're going crazy. They're going crazy trying to distract us now. Going
Yeah, but
crazy.
even with the social media, you cannot believe anything. Even on the platforms, forget about the mainstream media. Even on the daily day, every application that you use, even you can't believe everything what's happening there.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, very hard. Um, Very hard. So yeah, well, yeah, the thing with the mechanical realm, people are really hungry of something real and something new. Like just Kid was just saying that he can't wait to have a discussion one on one with someone from uh, a professor or someone like that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen because that's what they did with Eric Dubay and Neil deGrasse Tyson, that guy, that pseudoscientist, talking with Joe Rogan, uh, trying to challenge Eric Dubay a few years ago to a discussion, to a debate, and then what Eric Dubay jumped and said, yeah, okay, let's do it. They started saying, no, 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 you know what? We better not do it because then we're gonna give promotion to this type of people, and they backpedal. It's never gonna happen.
They'll
You're
never
never
let
gonna
that
have
guy in a public situation.
exactly that
No
will
way.
never happen.
There's a YouTube on him talking about why he won't debate a flat earther. It's called Neil deGrasse Tyson shuts down flat Earth, something like that. And it doesn't shut anything down. It's about a 5 minute video, and he goes on, and he pretty much says because if someone has more charisma and tells a bad story, he could lose the debate. So why would I do that when he has the objective truth? And if all it takes is a better personality or someone with who touches the audience better with the wrong story. So he's like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but I can't believe they haven't come up with another person to give the same speech because just 2 weeks ago they keep having the same guy, this the Tyson guy. Just 2 weeks ago in the History Channel, there is a video on YouTube with 3 million views titled "The End of the World," and he's from the History Channel uh, 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 having a discussion with this Neil deGrasse Tyson guy. I mean, it's like so tiring this thing with him. I can't believe they haven't found another person to replace him. I mean, come on.
He's rarely even seen with other astrophysicists or any of those guys from the colleges and universities. He doesn't do tons of stuff with those people, and there's a few that he does do things with, and that are willing to tolerate his antics up there. but you don't see him with tons of people.
He's an
But
actor.
that
Yep,
what's that?
yep.
I say he's an actor, well versed in pseudoscience, and that's it. He is
Really?
not very intelligent. He's a good speaker. He has some charisma, but he's reading a script and sticking. Anybody with just a little bit of knowledge of reality would, I think, make him look foolish pretty quick, because he would not be able to point to any actual empirical evidence. He would only be able to make claims, which is all he does. That's why he will not debate anybody like Eric Dubay or Vika or myself or Eugene. He won't debate any of us because he would
No
look
way.
foolish after about 5 or 10 minutes of us calling him out on his claims that he has no evidence for.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
That any flat earther who has spent
disconnected
few
again.
years, any flat earth can destroy Neil deGrasse or any other so-called professor or scientist or
No, but it's not just about flat Earth. Just and there is not even a reason why to debate the guy. Just listen to what he says on any subject whatsoever. He sounds like a fool. Just you don't need to have a debate with that guy. That's why it's really surprising to me that these people, the so-called mainstream science, pseudo mainstream science, they haven't found another uh, better burst, better well-spoken guy to take over him. Because I mean, just listen to the guy on any subject whatsoever. He sounds like a fool.
Yeah, he
yeah,
does.
he becomes like an idol for the sci-fi fans, right? So he's doing his job, and he tries to be funny, but he's not funny at all. So the
He does
people
have a
he would literally talk shit, and the people are going to listen to him, and like, yeah, like, that's what he's there
but
for, and he's doing his job good, so he's getting paid very well, right?
yeah, but he does have a charisma, like he just said.
Yeah,
That's the
like
reason why.
Barack Obama also, but we know what he
Yeah,
did, or anybody else, like,
Ronald Reagan.
yeah.
there are many people who are like really have that, and they
Sociopaths.
did, yeah, and they did their job, right?
Yeah, all the sociopaths are really they really have a big charisma. Most of them.
It's the
All
cult of
the
personality.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Well, people. That's the reason why people. The bottom line. That's that. That's the reason why people are so hungry, so starving of truth nowadays. That's
Exactly. So,
that.
sometimes it's not even about the message. It's sometimes about, it's just the person, freaking, who is delivering it and the way they do it. That even if it's an ultimate lie, the people are gonna digest it. That's why these kind of people are in the place, right?
Yeah, and a big shout out now that I'm on the mic. A big shout out to to Marcio David, the founder. Again, I don't care if I sound like a broken record or like a fool. I'm gonna repeat it again. I thank God every day for put me in His path. Uh, he's such a big-hearted guy. He works so hard. The only reason why he's not here tonight is because he literally worked almost 48 hours non-stop over the weekend. That's what he does every weekend.
Wow.
He's a big guy where he works. He's a manager, so he opens the business, he closes the business. He walks around the main building about 3 kilometers around. That that big is the company he works for, and he does overtime to pay for everything he dreams with and of. And I thank God every day for putting me in His path. He's such a great first, the greatest brother I could ask God for, and the greatest boss, and the greatest everything. So he's such a great guy, and like he just told us, like to the entire developer team, to add subtitles in 4 or 5 languages to the documentary for people when they log in and watch it. And some of the guys were saying, well, we don't need it. The entire TMR site is great, is excellent, doesn't need anything else. Just do it. I'm the one paying, he said. So we're working on that too, adding subtitles to the video player. So that's what we're doing right now. We like I said, we just did the live stream. So whenever Director Bika feels like, there it is. He can do a live stream with all of you guys without the need of being connected to YouTube anymore.
Oh yeah, absolutely awesome, and a big shout out to Marcio David, our brother. As I said,
Yes.
also would have been impossible for all this to happen. Like so, yeah. And Marcio David also been working on this project with us the whole year. He was in beginning. We had idea of him being in the documentary too, and we tried, but thing
Yeah.
couldn't work out. So yeah, he would have been a cast also, apart from doing all that our RCS, our RTS update had mentioned about him being involved of doing everything and updating the site on a daily basis and everything else connected to it. And it's true, brother. He works really hard. Marcio David, our brother, works really hard. It can be freaking 2 in the morning or 5 in the morning or two, like 11 in the morning or 4 in the evening, anytime. He's there for anything, for any troubleshooting. So yes, brother, big shout out to you.
Now, let me put it this way, if I could. The I don't like, well, the cast. You guys call yourselves the cast. I call them the stars of the documentary. The brain is, of course, Director Bika, who put the entire thing together, and Marcia, the founder, is the one who make the package to surround the documentary. That's how I see it. So yes, he created the the site, the app, surrounded the documentary, and like Director Bika said, all the pieces aligned together and created this awesome piece, right? The stars, the brain, Director Bika, Marshall, the founder, with his ideas and the packaging of the documentary. So everything aligned really nice, really nice. And maybe the next time around, he will be part of one of Directors Bika's next pieces.
That'd
Oh
be
yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this before I forget. The night Flat Earth Dave was on the stream, and Marcia, the founder, was on the stream too. I wasn't here. Uh, when he was saying goodbye, I don't know if you guys noticed Marcia's, the founder's voice. He was literally fainting. He was fainting. It was like 1:30 a.m. his time zone, after working the entire weekend, 48 hours nonstop. He was
Oh yeah.
that's the reason I was afraid for him when I heard his voice. He wasn't sleepy. He wasn't fainting. He was really falling down. So a big
He's
shout out for him.
Yeah, he said some really cool stuff on that podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All you
I
guys did
think
that part.
Marcio have a lot to say.
Yeah.
And and yeah, he also have an awesome voice, and for sure,
So
uh, when we have him with when he are full, more energy, not so worn out. For sure, he have lots to add and to give it input, because he himself, he was a part of the research too for the documentary, everything. That's why of building everything was also the whole process together, right? So yeah, in the end we all learned a lot, right? So, and we are growing, and it's all gonna help us to for us to evolve much more in the coming future, right? So, and I also wanted to, I don't know if Evelyn is gonna jump in or not. Yes, Evelyn also did a great job in the documentary. She was part of our podcast too, because she also was resonating with our podcast, with what we were discussing, and she became our part. Uh, and she was like, we were like almost one quarter of in the process, and then she joined in, and then also did the research with us and filtering out things. So for her too, for
Now,
sure, was a
now,
journey too.
if you don't mind me ask Director Bika, Jean, give us the story. How did you guys met Evelyn? Because she looks and sounds like such a smart person, such a smart lady, but she lives like in a different place than all of you guys. So how do you guys met her?
To the
What?
podcast, I think the most of the theme of heliopsychosis is because of flatten the curve. Okay, right after flatten the curve, with Jean, with Evelyn, with Gutai J, other than Eddie, the rest of the cast, we all connected right after the release of flatten the curve,
But here in the stream,
in the media, in the social media, in the
nice.
community, and the so and this and we connected, and because I don't you didn't knew about this, but we the podcast started right after flatten the curve, and there was other members, and they used to come guests. We have had so many people here on the podcast, different people.
Yeah.
uh, yep. And we
I like
shared a
I
lot.
like
Every,
I
yeah,
like
go
it.
ahead.
I like Evelyn's when the portions on from these streams where she starts reading little pieces verses of the Bible. I like when she does that. She makes you calm, relaxed, thinking. I like when she does that. She's a nice person.
Oh yeah, because Evelyn is here. She's into Bible. Keith, he knows a lot about the Bible. He's also was into some church before, right? And then we have Jean, and then there was Gutai, then Eddie. You know what I mean? So the thing is here, the crew have an understanding. They have the will to understand everything other than what they know or they understand, be it religion way, or be it any other way, science or whatever, right? So I think that's why we connected, because we had stream before who were part of the stream here podcast, but we didn't connect because it was just so much of one-sided. The the dynamics were not happening because it was just going into so much into religion, right? It's not that I am against the religion they were trying to. The thing is, it was just too much, right? It's just too much of like, all, like, we understand that everybody is passionate about their belief, and that's totally respectful. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. But to yourself, not for others. You cannot push what's yours on others, and especially about personal beliefs or personal religious whatever, right? So there was a mishap, you could call, right, in a way that happened with the people who were part of this podcast, and are now not part of the podcast, because it was just too much of pushing your belief on other. I'm saying, if it's about a scientific thing, no problem, we can debate and we can, but it's about like pushing your religious belief on others. That's not happening. Okay, I am not against Christianity or any other religion. If I was against, I wouldn't have person like Evelyn or Keith, who was into Bible and are part of our team, because they understand their religion, and they are open for other things, to respect, and compassion is the important thing, right? Right, as long
Yep.
as it's not being pushed, right, that this is mine, because the problem is this, right? Mine is the best. This is the real problem. Mine is the best,
Well,
and
well,
everything else is doesn't exist. That's not how the world works. There are
well.
more races.
That's when people.
There
That's
are
when
more
people.
races, cultures, and people and traditions than the colors that exist, right? So
Yeah,
how
yeah.
can
But
yours be the right one?
yes,
Okay,
but
I think that
that's
that is
when.
a problem. Yeah, that is the problem with the heliopsychosis or the heliocentric or heliocentrism. That's the real problem. Okay,
Well,
because
when
my
that's
religion
when
is the
people try.
best, so my model is the best. Okay,
Well,
that's not
yes, but
happening.
that's when people talk. I think you're correct in that sense, because that's when people are trying to push religion. When people remember, we need to remember this: religion is something created by man. It's like if you read the Bible, Christ never said go and do a religion and call it my name. He never said that. He just go out and preach about God and the truth in me. Never said so when people try to push religion, like you said, Director Bika, my religion is better than yours. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's crazy. But flat Earth people in general, they are very God. They believe in God and they believe in Christ. Eddie, I have heard Eddie. Eddie is very real. When we say very religious, I think that's also the wrong way to describe people who believe in God, or the flat earth people who believe in God. It's just like that's not the
Yeah, but
right
it's not.
way.
It's not about whether you believe in God or no. It's the truth. Flat Earth is about creator and creation, and we being that special creation. That's the whole idea about flat Earth, right? That's
Yep.
all good. But don't say that my God is the only God or the only religion and the rest is all this, and try to push it on others. And every it's not even if maybe according to you, or maybe according to a lot of people, that's maybe the truth, because that's your religion. All right, it's no
And
problem.
also,
But
people who talk like that, that they do sometimes. Like my God is better. My God is real. I think that's really stupid from people to do that, because there is only one God.
exactly,
It's
there is only one God. Exactly,
yes,
but
it's
that's
not.
not how. Yeah, but that's not how people see. That's not how
Some people
people
are
see.
misguided. Some people are misguided. Yes, there's only one God, and I wish everyone on earth drop every religion and just stick with the truth.
But
Uh,
it's the same
uh,
thing. The problem is the same thing. Unless you don't see the other side, how you can analyze it? That's the same problem, right? The same thing is with the flat Earth and the globe Earth. We know how what the globe Earth is. That's why we can analyze and compare and see the problems and the loopholes, right? Or make a comment or whatever, right? Because we are seeing. So this is the thing. The religion is the same thing. You have to see all before you could just go on the spree of mine is the best. That's the problem. the heliocentric, who are the real opponents of flat earthers? Tell me.
What do you mean
The
the
real opponent,
evil
because if
people?
you really see the documentary, the people who have seen the documentary, if you see and if you connect the dots, it literally says literally says who is the real opponents of flat earthers or God in itself.
Yeah, Satan,
Because
the evil. Yeah, I think so. That's how I see it. Now, probably because I believe in Christ, and I believe that He is the Son of God, and maybe what people will say, no, well, what you were mentioning, Director Bika, like some people say, no, but I don't believe that. Now, if and I'm not trying to push it, and I'm not trying to, but I'm just trying to discern it. It's like every religion on earth except one, every religion on earth, including Muslims, talk about God. I mean, about Christ in their books and each other, except one. And all of them, Buddhism, Muslims, everyone in their writings, in their teachings, they talk about Jesus Christ, Joshua. That's his real name. The Jesus is that's an Americanized name. Um, uh, 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 and all of them talk about Christ. Not they don't say is the Son of God like Muslims. Muslims will say in their writings that Christ was a prophet and someone who had the power of God to cure and heal people. But they will not call him the Son of God. But there is only one group of people who said that they will call him all the bad names on the book. Nothing, not a single good word about him. There's only one. But all the others, you can pick the craziest religion far away on the end of the earth. All of them, even Buddha, they talk about Christ. And I don't even like to use the word Christians to refer to people like me who believe in Christ, because that was a word created by the Romans, and this is history. It's in the Bible too, to segregate the believers of Christ. Even Christ said it. They will call you by my name, he said. He never said, go and start a religion, call it Christianity, nothing. He never said that. It was the Romans who started persecuting and burning believers of Christ alive, and who started calling them Christians. So it's a word to segregate. It was created to segregate people. But let's
yeah,
go back to the mechanical realm, because
yeah,
this is
yeah.
never
But
going to
this is
end.
the thing. Yeah, this is the thing. But this is the thing. There are many ways of seeing the truth. Okay, and for me, Christianity is nothing more than other religion saying it its own way. Okay, we had done so many podcasts on religion and gone so much deep, okay, about all the religion, because as I said, I know a lot about Christianity, I know a lot about many different religion, because I have seen into it, okay, and I have my own understanding of it in a whole sense, right? So, and I think that the real essence and the message of all religion, including Christianity, is the same, and the people are not taking that message Literally, they have made a business out of it. They have made a whole issue out of it. They have made a control mechanism out of it. They have made a whatever you want to call it, right? Other than the real essence of what are the teaching of all this religion. Okay, so
Believe in God.
I
Believe in
respect,
God.
exactly, I respect all of them, you know, but no one
Yep.
is gonna come to me and saying that is the right one. Okay, because if we go in deeper, I can debate anybody on any religion, and even on Christianity. If anybody wants to debate with me about everything from the origin to the connecting of all others and from where it evolved, okay, I don't want to go in there. So what I was saying is, the real opponents, the Romans, they faced in the globe inside. Okay, even the Christians before, they used to believe in flat earth. We know that it's in the Bible that is the earth is flat. Okay, so the heliocentric Christians are the real opponents of flat earth. Helio, Sunday, the sun. Which religion belongs to the sun?
Yeah, but those are false Christians, false Muslims,
Yeah,
false Jews. It's a false religion. Anyone who believes that they do, especially in the states, in the United States, lots of Christians believe all that. They're misguided. They're not real.
exactly.
Yep.
But this is the one of the biggest forces that is against the flat earth are these ones, the heliocentrists. And speaking about that, the debate, what is coming along with this pastor and this guy, this how is his name? Locke, how is that? Greg Locke, or how is that? G, who's supposed to have that debate with the dean, another pastor, a flat earther, right? Keith knows about it. He's been speaking about this on Facebook. So these two pastors, one pastor is flat earther and another is a globe earther. That guy, the globe earther one, you could see the rage inside him, how annoyed he is with flat earth, and they're gonna do a debate with a flat earther pastor. So this guy, this pastor, who's a globe earther, he's a product. He's a product of all these years of indoctrination of the Romans who faced in the globe with their heliocentric religious touch with it, so that the people become so passionate that they become blind and they don't see the truth. So that this pastor is a product of all these hundreds of years of indoctrination that has been put by these Romans who are against the creation, the God, the creator, because you are denying the creator by saying that it's heliocentric, and
Yep.
you are connecting that with the religion so that the people become so passionate. So this is one of my views about what is really happening, because these people are the majority who they think they are giving all their energy, all their focus, all their resources to God through these kind of pastors
Yes.
for the truth. That's what they think they are doing, the majority. But in the end, who is benefiting? Who is benefiting from all that with the
The same
lies?
entity. The same entity. The same entity. And there's
So
I
you
have
have
noted.
so you have the good, you have the good and the bad in the same place, right?
No, but
Now
this
try
is
to
the
figure
thing.
it out.
All the religions that are like misguided and but in a way that they don't. There's only one that do harm, and they have been caught harming and praising evil entities, and that's the religion that belongs to the Roman Empire, and they're still around. The Roman Empire never left, never left. They just went into hiding, I think. On the bottom of every video page on RTS, there is a section called recommended videos. There's a video from this, a documentary from this year about the Roman Empire, still around into this day. Really good documentary. I suggest anyone who has the chance to. I don't remember the name, but I know it's there in the recommended videos section on the bottom of every video page. Just you need to search for it, because on that section we have like 300 videos to recommend. So it's a very very good documentary, very similar to what you are saying, Director Vikka.
Oh yeah, so the
Hello.
mechanical touches a bit on this aspect, what these people they did with the technology, what they hid from us. And it's not only about the technology, it's also the understanding and what it is, right, that they hid from us, and we think that it's doesn't exist, and they might have it in the Vatican and in other places
Yes,
using that.
that's the
So
that's the place. That's the place. Yep, exactly. Yep.
I'm
There.
convinced that they have it, and much, much more. Right, Victor? You're talking about those 1,400 books on machinery that were supposedly burned. That's
exactly.
incredible. Absolutely nuts. And that's just what we're hearing about. So, I can only imagine that there's probably more.
Oh yeah, Keith, I don't know if you were listening. Yeah, you want to add something?
No, I've been driving through a dead zone. I didn't catch anything the last 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, so we were speaking about this debate, what was coming ahead about these two pastors, and I was giving
Oh,
some views and idea about as I said, you want to add something before about
I'd
that?
love to hear your views and ideas. But yeah, I've got mine. I've actually several times today had quite a conversation with one of the personal friends of the Globe pastor. What's his name? Greg Locke. I just reached out to him on Facebook, and he and I started chatting, and we talked for, I don't know, a good hour today, I guess. So I've got some perspective to share. But yeah, Vika, tell me your ideas.
No. So if you have already been speaking to him, tell us, what do you think?
Okay, well, so the guy I was talking to, he's supposedly the one that put up some money last year just for someone to try to prove the globe, and they never accepted, which of course they never do. I mean, David Weiss has been offering 2 Bitcoin and then 3 Bitcoin forever for somebody to give just one proof for the globe. And you would think that, this pastor or somebody like Neil deGrasse Tyson, you'd think somebody would want to try to embarrass the flat earthers and prove us wrong and go get the Bitcoins and go get the cash that all these guys are offering, but they never do. I wonder why. Uh, but the debate should be interesting. I did a little video on my Facebook, and Dean Odell, the pastor who's going to be debating Greg Locke, he made a comment on there like, "Thanks for the shout out. I had no idea he even watched my videos or knew who I was." But I also told him about our documentary, because I figured that would give him um, more ammo or more fuel for his fire. And he said, "Yeah, David Weiss told me about your documentary. I will be watching it." So that's cool. That's the documentary is not even, it's not even in its infancy. I mean, it was just released a few weeks ago. So it's going to be cool to see how far it goes. But these pastors going back and forth at each other, that supposedly they're friends and they've known each other and spoken each other's churches. But in my opinion, this is kind of a big deal. As we know, a lot of flat earthers are Christians or of the Christian persuasion. I personally am not one. And people think, "Oh, well, Keith, you do believe in Christ, so that makes you." No, no, no. I'm not a church-going Christian. That's me personally. That's my opinion. I was there in those churches for a lot of years. I spoke in a lot of those churches, even some very big name churches with a big following. But the last few years, especially when all the Christians ran out and wore their face diapers and got the magic juice because the TV told them to, that told me a lot. And the fact that you mention flat earth to a pastor or to a Christian and they immediately start trying to defend the globe, that tells me a lot. So I'm not going to bash Christianity in any way, shape, or form, because there's a lot of things in there that's very faith in. But Christianity, for the most part, is a religion that's in bed with the government, that the government gives them tax breaks and tax write-offs. Most people that are in the churches are struggling paycheck to paycheck, while the pastors are living large. Most, not all, but a lot. A lot of the churches, especially like this Global Vision Church, I'm sure that pastor is not hurting financially at all. I would almost wager that 90% of his congregation is. So that's my opinion. That's my experience. So I am definitely looking forward to this debate. I put out a video today as an open message to Greg Locke saying, don't back out. You made this challenge, Dean accepted. Now have the debate. Don't back out of this. Of course, as flat earthers, we know that if he does back out, because he started into it and said, oh my God, the earth is flat. And he'll be too scared or too proud to come out and say, yeah, I was wrong. And my hope is that he will have this debate with Dean Odle. I know Dean will do a phenomenal job representing flat earth. I have not read his book, but just the fact that he is come out as a pastor saying that, yes, biblical cosmology is true. It is accurate. And I watched his video. I watched Dean's entire biblical cosmology presentation from the seminar that was at his church not too long ago here in 2023. And it was excellent. It was really good from the biblical perspective. Of course, we have a scientific perspective. We have a historical perspective, especially with our new documentary, The Mechanical Realm. But I can't imagine this pastor getting deep with Dean Odle and actually listening with a humble heart and an open mind and walking away and saying, and the pastor who made the challenge, the global pastor, he said, we're going to let the crowd decide. We're going to let you decide. You're going to tell us who won the debate. So that will be interesting because I have met several pastors with the very same energy as this guy, and they don't like to be wrong. They surround themselves with a lot of yes men. They don't like to be told no. They don't like to be told that they're wrong. In my opinion now, hopefully I don't sound too egotistical saying this, but they all have a big ego. And I know I can have a big ego too. But this debate between two pastors should be a very, very good thing for the truth, for flat earth. I don't see how you could possibly read the Bible, especially if you're a Christian and you call it a literal book, and walk away from the Bible and say, yeah, the earth is a spinning wet rock in outer space. The earth is a globe. I don't see how you could say that, yeah, the Bible is a global book. It's a flat earth book. It just like the Quran, just like the Bhagavad Gita, any of the ancient texts, to me, are clearly flat earth books back when everyone knew, not believed, but knew that the earth is flat and stationary, that it is intelligently designed, that there is a creator of this system that we live in. So that's my 2 cents worth. I'm really looking forward to the debate. I really, really hope it happens.
Oh yeah, brother, absolutely. Because we have done all the cosmologies, right? So this Pastor Dean, he has support from behind, apart from his religion and his book. He have many other books which supports his book, right? Any other culture, any other book, all supports the Bible too, right? Because it's the same cosmology. And we have the another with the globe model or the global, right? So everything is wrong, only the globe is right? That's the idea.
Yeah.
Like
The
only
funny
NASA's model is right, and these kind of pastors, their model is right? So
Yeah,
crazy.
the global pastor, the real funny thing about his perspective and his stance is he is going to have in his corner pseudoscience priests who believe in the Big Bang, who believe in evolution, who are basically atheists like Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's the type of people that the global pastor has in his corner. which is to me hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's the part of, without them between each others, the other won't exist, right? Because it supports their fake agenda. Everyone who supports your fake agenda is going to be like your best pal, maybe, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if you know this, but Dean Odell, he said on my Facebook page, he said, yeah, I'll have with me a PhD in physics who figured out the earth was flat before she ever met me, before she ever read my book. So he's going to have a PhD in physics teaching biblical cosmology, and the global pastor is going to have people like Neil deGrasse Tyson in his corner, who is an outright atheist.
And one thing is for sure, he's damn pissed with flat Earth. You can see that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we see if this debate happens or not.
Yeah, I hope it does.
And I hope also that Dean watches the documentary before the debate. It's gonna give a lot of upper hand, apart from everything he knows. He himself is a writer and all his research he have done. So it's gonna have some technical stuff to bash it out, right? Awesome. We're gonna take a break. I'm gonna play a couple of clips and we're gonna continue, right? We still have to speak with our rest of the cast, right? And their inputs. All right, we'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Sounds good.
"2,000 years ago, a shipwreck created a time capsule. Hidden beneath the waves, untouched by time. The secrets it held would challenge our understanding of the past and reveal the incredible ingenuity of our ancestors. Journey with us as we dive into the depths of history, uncovering the enigmatic ancient marvel that defies the limits of its time. Rediscovered a century ago by another shipwreck, nature seemed to guard its secrets, preserving a device that would rewrite our understanding of ancient technology. The mechanical realm beckons us to unlock its mysteries. Through history, archaeology, astrophysics, and astronomy, we embark on a quest to decipher the intricate workings of the past. The pieces of the puzzle come together as we explore the convergence of art, science, and philosophy. A true masterpiece of craftsmanship gives us a glimpse into the minds of ancient engineers and their quest to understand the cosmos.
Testament to the importance of astronomy in ancient Greek culture, reflecting the desire of Greek astronomers and mathematicians to understand the workings of the cosmos.
Everything moves over the surface of our flat and stationary Earth. Nothing goes around the sun. The sun is not the center.
One inside the other and inside the other 9 times. The tolerance, not of a millimeter. Thickness of a fingernail, but 1/10 of a millimeter.
Where the ancients could tap into this far deeper, far more profound wisdom and knowledge. In doing so, they were able to create such a brilliant mechanism
that lived inside a beautiful realm that was designed as a timepiece with mathematics and fractals built within everything in the fabric.
This body is a combination of all these sides together in one device, working in perfection, reflecting the movement, the only movement about to a geocentric stationary flat realm.
Prepare for an extraordinary journey where hidden truths come to light. The secrets of the mechanical realm will redefine our perception of history and reshape our appreciation of the past and shape of our Earth. Get ready to witness the unveiling of the extraordinary. a geocentric stationary flat Earth working model that has defied the passage of time. The mechanical realm awaits you.
There was a time where darkness was upon the earth, and the light was hidden, making the truth so hard to find. The Mechanical Realm documentary, directed by Vikka Draziv and Marcio David, will bring back the hope to all real truth seekers, searching the real truth about creation and our Creator. Truth is getting censored and deleted as dots in a book on fire. History was rewritten various times to hide the real truth about creation and about our Creator. But now, in a time of awakening, where all truth seekers are getting together and helping each other to find the real truth, the Mechanical Realm, for the first time in the scientific community, is presenting one flat Earth working model that was lost in time. Check now the Mechanical Realm documentary, only on themechanicalrealm.com. Don't forget to download our app on Play Store. Your voice matters.
Don't wait more time. Watch now the Mechanical Realm documentary. Download our app or visit our website at themechanicalrealm.com. Be the next to wake up for a totally new reality.
All right, the Mechanical Realm. Do visit themechanicalrealm.com. Yes. We have today Gene, Keith, RTS update, and finally we want to have Evelyn. Evelyn, how are you?
Hello, guys. Doing good. Just waiting impatiently for the documentary to come out, and yeah, looking forward to it.
So yeah, tell us your journey about with the documentary.
Oh, I think that started must have been about a year ago. You were already started on the project, and I think I met you through the group, through the Facebook group, the World Flat Earth Association, and I think I started listening to the podcasts and so, and you had some interesting themes, subjects, and I think for one of the subjects, I sort of messaged you, hey, you know, I wanna take part in this one. I think it was one about the giants. I love that subject. So that's where it started, and then I was often enough on the podcast, on the live streams, taking part there, and I think how did it yeah, how was it? I think you were already busy with the documentary, and then you decided, I think you decided to ask if I wanted to also take part in the documentary as one of the guests, and well, I said yes. So that's how my journey began there, and it's been really interesting to have a sort of that opportunity to just where you said just go off and do your own research also, and then, you know, bring that back and see what we can everything that we can use in the documentary. So I'm very
Exactly,
curious to know how, yeah.
That was a good part, you know, of the learning. Like we all had to really like absorb all that exists about, we couldn't everything that exists, but we did cover a lot in a way to absorb all of us. We're speaking about
Yes.
almost a year. So even
Yeah.
if you are doing your different things, but on the back of the mind, it's connecting the dots and figuring things out. And because this is I wanted that everybody really understands and know what we are trying to express, right? It's not just like
Yeah.
scripted lines, and so
Yeah.
there
I
was
think
a
it
lot of
was.
effort put. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I think it was because we each have our own perspective, that we had the free hand to actually do do our own input, and through that input it's a little bit of the puzzle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was like almost solving a puzzle, right?
Hmm.
Between all of us, and there's so many dots we connected. Yeah, Gene, you want to add something? Yeah.
No, just listening, guys. Yeah, definitely a great puzzle. I feel like we put a lot of pieces together, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So that's how also Evelyn became part. RTS update also became a part, like Evelyn, like being part of. As I said, most of us, we all started connecting right after Flatten the Curve. So it's good. We are all evolving, and we see how the future comes and how the thing goes, right? So, and what comes um, in the coming future, right? So that's awesome. And so, Evelyn, yeah, really thank you too for being a part of this. Evelyn, your inputs were awesome too.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for making me a part of it. It's been a very interesting to just do something that I wouldn't normally dream of doing. So
Yeah,
it's pushed me in a certain direction to um, investigate more in my area.
exactly, because all the time you dedicated to your research, right?
Hmm.
Now you have a bigger voice, right? To express
Yes.
what you think is right. So
Hmm.
awesome. So the other person I wanted to mention also was Eddie Alankar, our good brother. Everybody, we all know Eddie Alankar, right? He's dedicated so much time to flat earth. Even when I became a flat earther, Eddie was already going on from a while, right? And Eddie is one of the person I see that had and still have the consistency, how you say, consistent, right? Consistent, right?
Yep,
So
consistency.
yeah, because a drop of water can break a rock. That's consistence, what I find in Eddie, right? So big shout out to all his work, what he's been doing even before and now. And he's the person that worked with me in Flatten the Curve and also in this documentary. So we have a really good understanding and connection, right? That's why he is, right? And even all of you, right? Whatever is your belief or whatever, you all are part because we have that connection, right? Because there is some understanding, right? So Eddie Alankar, he did great job in Flatten the Curve. Amazing job, right? And the same thing is with the mechanical realm. He did an awesome job.
God bless
So,
Eddie. I hope he's
oh
doing
yeah,
fine. Two
yeah,
days ago, he closed his Instagram. He closed all his platforms. He sent an email a message to everyone, including Marshall, the founder, saying that he was gonna retire for a while. Hope he's doing good. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, Eddie. We have been in touch. That's what I'm saying, because he worked with me on Flatten the Curve. He even worked with me in the mechanical realm. We have been in constant touch, right, from this at least 2 years. And Eddie's been he's struggling with health and the time, and you know what I mean. So even like this, he's given out so much of truth out there, and now he's taking a break. It's not because he won't, it's because he cannot do it anymore, because it's just so stressed out, everything together, right? And with the health thing. So what we need also is also prayer for our brother Eddie, because this takes a lot of energy, even psychologically, takes a lot of energy. So, and especially so many years, right? So at least I'm happy that from the time I know and I'm been in touch with Eddie, he's been part of the two project. And as I say, he had a voice, he have a bigger voice, right? With these two projects, right? So big thank you to Eddie for all the work, and for Flatten the Curve, and for the Mechanical Realm, brother. We all send you prayer, energy, and all the good energy from all of us, all of the people you have waken up, for sure.
Hoping this is
Want you
only a
to,
short.
yeah,
Yeah, hoping this is only a short vacation for Eddie.
exactly, for sure. I think it's gonna,
Right.
but this is the thing, it's not now. I'm saying Eddie is not just now the situation, and we speak a lot also in private, and he's been on even before Flatten the Curve. Okay, things have happened, right? So
Wow.
all the energy, brother, all the energy for you, from all of us, from all the people who follow you, all the people who we have waken up, for sure. Wishes and prayers from all, right? And all
All the
that you
people,
have done.
all the people who really dedicate a really chunk of their lives for this, like director Vikka, Eddie, Eric Duvey, Kevin Bobick. Kevin Bobick goes around other countries to talk to other people. Imagine like a church pastor who gets invited to other churches. Now that's
Right.
what Kevin Bobick does for Flat Earth. He travels, he talks to other people. He recently was in Argentina. It's amazing. People who dedicate their lives this much for the cause. Um, Mr. Kit Cameron too, Flat Earth Dave. I mean, it's respect for all of you guys.
Oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah. It's, as someone said, right, that we cannot just like let it happen, right? Even if we are so compassionate about it, is that we deep flat earth in a way, right? Because it just gets so ingrained with us, right, in a way that it's impossible. So, and yeah, you need people really like taking it to another level, to for the truth to reach more people, brother. So even if it's one person goes on the right way, it's a lot, brother. It's showing the right way, brother, showing the light. It's all about showing the light. The rest, the people have to connect the dot. We don't, any one of us No one is saying that we know all the truth or this is how it is. It's like we just shine light through the way, right? The people have to.
Oh man. Well,
Yeah. Go ahead, Keith.
I thought we were all going to make a whole bunch of money in flat Earth and get rich doing this.
Yeah, right.
No, I mean, I've told a story on here before, but one of the reasons I do this, a good example of it, is a man who was 73, 74 years old. This was a year or two ago now. He's a 32nd degree Freemason in the York Rite and the Scottish Rite. Good guy. He's into insurance. He's been selling insurance for a long time. I'm sure he's a very successful man. And he just said, "Hey, can I have a phone call with you? Can we just talk?" So I said, "Sure." So I called him and he said, "Can you just tell me, how confident are you that the earth is flat? Are you sure about that?" I said, "I am 100% sure." And he said, "Wow." So we talked and I gave him some resources, some things to go study, and we had a great conversation. I called him back, or I just texted him actually. I said, "How's that research going?" And he texted me back. He said, "I can't believe it. You are right. It has changed everything." So this is a man, 73, 74 years old. He came to the knowledge of the truth of our biblical cosmology, or our flat and stationary earth. And at 73 or 74 years old, he told me it changed everything. So that's why we do this. I mean, it changed everything for us personally, and we want other people to experience that same level of peace or joy or excitement or whatever it is that we all feel when we're thinking about and talking about our observable reality.
Oh yeah, words, we know what words are. When it really comes from your heart and from real, when someone says thank you, or what, like, or someone open their eyes and they write to you, so many people write, in private, in chats, like, this is crazy. Just, you know what I mean? Even that, just, it's so much gratitude, it's crazy. And speaking about money, if it's about money, I would have stick to my alien channel. Before flat earth, really. I said before flat earth, I was into aliens, right? Yeah.
And
and I could have continued that aliens. For sure. And free promotion by YouTube and everybody else, definitely. This is not the thing. I think no flat earther comes with the intentions of this to be here, okay, with that intention. But there is a time when the dedication is so much that there's have to be a way. And also there has to be a class. We have to build community. There are people who are going to support for these kind of things. That's what needs more, right? It's only for that. That's the reason, nothing else. As we said, nobody's going to get rich with this. It's just that it's a more professional freaking way to have a community to make things and how the people access, and to have more, not so nobody can just call it's a YouTube video, right?
Right.
And
right.
all they feed themselves is from YouTube video, right? So it's just that, and we're really glad that people are supporting it, so who all supported it, for sure we're gonna have some future podcasts with all the shout out to not everybody, we can't, but the people we know. So one who has been supporting, and as I said, if you can in that way support it another way, share it, speak about it, share the trailer, share the link, speak to the people if you have, so yep.
Now, if I could mention, if I go back to the mechanical realm TMR side, something that I need to repeat, it is all this success, all this people coming over and buying tickets and everything that we are seeing now. This almost did not happen.
Keith, can you mute your mic?
I turned the map off. It said 9:07. It's about 26
Keith,
minutes probably.
Keith,
about 26
Keith, can
miles.
you mute your mic? Okay, go ahead. Artie's
Yep.
update.
Yes, this success, this everything that we are seeing now, and all the stars getting to be famous, become famous because of this, all this success, people coming over in droves to buy tickets, everything almost did not happen because the day of the release, people need to be reminded of this uh, the payment, the system of the payments, the payment system got shadow banned. Marshall David, the founder, put us to work for 24 hours straight nonstop to come up with a basic in quotes, right? Because there's nothing basic in coding. Uh, to come up with a manually system payments to find a workaround through donations to be able to sell the tickets. It's unbelievable, and this is totally the developer team's fault because we trusted that we were gonna be treated like everybody else gets treated, uh, like any other enterprise and any other business. No, we were shadow banned because the truth movement, the truth community gets shadow banned. It's block after block after roadblock. So we
Oh
come
yeah.
up with this, and this became a success. Now imagine, this is the reason why I have to keep saying this in every stream because people need to know that's the reason why they get a short delay in time for them to get the access, the information
Oh
for their
yeah, oh
tickets.
yeah. They are totally censoring us, brother. Even say to you, even the notifications is coming a bit late. So the people,
Hmm.
the best part is that the majority of the people are very people who have patience. So nobody like a couple of like people here and there like a bit like because they didn't understand that they didn't check their spam folder. So but other than that, the majority is like good vibes. Everybody's like literally no problem waiting. Some even having the emails in the spam folder for 3 days, and they're still like waiting, no problem. And then they access and they're enjoying the film. So it's awesome. The response is amazing. Like
Now for the next time,
because as I
we
said,
already
I,
yes,
yeah,
go
but this
ahead.
is the thing. I think it's the first time also it's working like this, right? It's like an exclusive access because normally you are going to some site to watch something, you pay and you just watch there and you go, right? But this is something else. You have to apply, you have to request access, and then you get access, you get all your detail to access, and then you're waiting and you get that access, you go there. Some people literally get the access and they didn't even watch for 2-3 days, and then they go prepare and they watch later. You know what I mean? And there are people who are watching 3, 4, 5 times, right? So because people are literally like feeding on it, like literally, because as I said, if you're going to watch 5 times, you're going to learn 5 times different things, right?
Exactly.
So
But this is not gonna happen again. This is not gonna happen again. We already found a way. We're gonna do the things differently for the tickets the next time around, for people to get approved immediately, like they should. Like if you were on Netflix, you pay, you get the access in a second right after. That's what we're gonna be doing here the next time around. God first, God willing. But people need to understand that we got that issue for the shadow ban. It will not happen again. And I'm not another thing. We just found out the people download. We have like around 200 downloads installations already for the app, for the Mechanical Realm app. And the reason why people download the app, now we notice now, because we were checking the data, the information, is not to chat, to use the chat, because that's a really good feature that we have. No, it's because the people want to have the Mechanical Realm in their phones. They're using the app to watch the documentary again in their phones through the app. That's a really cool thing that we just found out.
Oh yeah. The features the app has, the features the page has. It's awesome. It's one of the latest you can in every way. Like all the details of everything, all the updates, all the connections where you could between all the promotions, everything is top notch, right? The streaming quality, the access system, everything. Okay, and that's big shout out to RTS.
Hey, something
So
else that I would
yeah,
recommend to people who have already watched the documentary is to, when you're driving, put it on your car and just listen to it without all the visuals. The visuals are awesome. The whole documentary visually is stunning. It's like one of the guys on my Facebook called it art for the mind. But I just a few days ago, I listened to the documentary just in my car while I was driving, and just listening to the audible version of it without the visuals, I was able to pick up other things that I missed the first couple times I watched it with the video. So for whatever it's worth, I just recommend listening to it as well as watching it.
oh yeah, absolutely,
Wow.
brother.
Yeah, I agree, Keith. I did that too.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea. Yep, totally.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the other person I wanted to mention is our good brother that he's not with us, Gutai J. Gutai J, our brother. I knew him. I came to know him from the day of the release of Flatten the Curve, because the day it was released, he wrote a comment that he was an ex-US MC, and then that's how we connected, and he came on our podcast, and all the different ideas he had. The best part about Gutai J was, like, Gutai J, everybody know he's from States, right? He was also born into Christianity, but at some stage of his life he was into Krishna, right? He was in love with Krishna and Hinduism, right? And there are millions of people like Gutai J who are in love with Krishna or Buddha. Why? Because they see it's the same teachings, but in a different way. So we had a really good connection, right? There was things he could understand between us, because he has seen the other aspect and other parts, and he had accepted it more than what he was grown up with. Okay, so he had another we had another connection, because he understand a lot about the eastern side of the world and everything related to it, everything, right? So we had a very special connection, and he's not with us, right? uh, I also speak to his brother, his son, so awesome person. And this is the thing, his inputs, whatever is there in the documentary, that's what we had from him, because he was also not well in the last few months, and literally, like, he was literally waiting for to give his part and leave us, literally. So for sure, brother Gutai, you're watching us from about. Big shout out to you for all your input and the time you gave for the mechanical realm. Awesome.
All right, I think I got back to civilization here a little bit. I can see a tower in the distance. The satellites don't work out in the country, if y'all didn't know that. But yeah, the thing about Gutai, I had a couple conversations with him. He just had a great spirit. You know, he had a great energy about him because he was, you know, like most of us, I'd say we're truth seekers, you know, real truth seekers. Well, that's what we're doing. We're not trying to follow, you know, necessarily this religion or that religion. Yeah, you know, there's something interesting in the Bible that says you will know them by their fruits. And it's about the things that you do. It's the life that you live. It's not just what you say you believe or what religion that you say you follow. It's really how you live your life. And the little bit, not what I didn't know him well, but the little bit I knew Gutai, he just had a great energy. He had a great spirit, and that's really what I think all of us aspire to. I don't really try to promote any certain religion. I promote flat Earth big time because I think it's such an important truth for this day and age we live in, and I've seen so many people get that good energy back and get that just that the fruit of the spirit, the love and joy and peace back when they come to the knowledge of flat earth. So that's why I do this. But yeah, Gutai was one of those guys. He just had that great spirit about him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, this project is very special. So everybody who's being a part and being a part, so really thank you for making this happen, because in the end we all together made this happen. As I said, right, even for Evelyn or Keith or Eddie, Gene, Gutai, it was supposed to be that in this timeline this was supposed to happen, right? The contribution that was supposed to be given by each one of you for this to happen, right? And I think most of you are absolutely glad, right, that it's it's a part of it, right, that we all are together given this important message, because as I said, the message is really important what we have given here. And as I said, for being, I don't know if I would have ever mentioned this, but yeah, okay, I'm gonna, during the making of this film, and I came to know this project was very special, right? So we all did our parts in different places, right? Different takes. So I've done my few parts places around nearby, because I have Spain is full of these kind of historical things, you know, everywhere. So I did some near recordings and I didn't like it. So I decided to that I'm gonna record in this castle that is maybe 80 miles away, you know. So it's near to like the family of my wife, right? The town, near to the town. So I thought maybe it was a good idea. So, you know, in one trip we go see the family, she sees the family, and my son sees his cousins, and you know, I also go and do this recording. It's an amazing castle, like from the 1400s. So my part where you see is from there. All good, you know. Stressy day, as I mentioned, like, you know, people trying to annoy while recording and all this stuff. But you know, you can see in some part I'm like literally like, you can see my speed, like, you know, because I had to complete it, right? So good, all everything good, you know. We're coming back, you know, evening time, driving the car, you know, freeway, and suddenly the car like makes a big huge sound. And what happens is one of the belt of the something broken, so I just had to stop on the freeway, right? Like not even 2 feet, and the cars are going around, like, you know. No way, and there's no place from the freeway to go down because it's a pet, like it's a height. So imagine we're stuck there with the car broken, right? Coming back from making this recording, okay, of my part, and we come out. I try to come out and see what the hell is happening. My wife comes out, my son comes out a little bit, and the cars are zipping by. It's like almost like getting dark. Started to get dark. So suddenly, like, and the car's coming from behind, like maybe 50 feet or 100 feet. I hear a big explosion again. Poof! A big explosion of two cars because somebody got distracted by seeing our car there. And they both like hit each other, but with continuing with the speed and everything, like all the bumper, all the headlights, everything like pieces, all flying towards us. Like everything like in a movie, like a slow motion, everything around from behind. And because the cars are from behind are with the headlights, so all the glasses, everything is like shining like a universe all around, like flying through us, 100 feet ahead of us, falling all around us. Guys, you won't believe, not one piece of glass or metal or plastic, nothing hit us. Everything was in slow motion, guys. And these two cars stopped maybe 200 meters ahead. You imagine the speed, right? And with all this shit happening, because these people could have lost their control and they would have just rammed into us, literally. So we are like, what the no, it's crazy. And then till the tow truck could come, the tow truck 3 hours late because some kind of control on the other side of the freeway. And worst thing you could imagine, like, not even 2 feet, and the cars like hundreds of miles, the cars are going. It's crazy. It was literally, we were like in a bubble. Because when we start looking around, pieces of everything around, that was crazy. We were like just like shocked, like how come not even one piece touch us? It was like in that moment, like I literally felt like, like this thing that didn't wanted this thing to happen, this documentary to happen. But I also knew that there is energy that want this to happen, right? So I reached home at almost 1 a.m. in the morning. We reached home at 1 a.m. in the morning, right? You know what? The first thing I did, I wrote you all one thing. Guys, no need to go anywhere. Do your stuff in your backyards. I don't know if you guys remember, but I said that to everybody.
I remember that. Sure.
Yeah, because I was literally like, I don't want this to happen to anybody, because I really felt it, because, like, what the hell? Because everything bad could gone wrong happened that night till I reached home, till we reached home. Okay. So from that time, I knew that this, so I didn't say it to anybody because I wanted everything to release. So that's why we have been censored. We are like, every energy is trying to make this impossible. We are going against the tide, and RTS update knows what I mean. Like, so there are many things like this, and this was one of the things I didn't never thought that I would say this to you guys here. But I don't know, I'm saying this is the making of the mechanical realm, right? It's part of the making. So I didn't want anyone to happen to anybody who was involved with this to go far away. That's why when Keith told me, oh, it had gone 600 kilometers to a Starfire, I said, do somewhere near, my brother. Do something, do it in your backyard. You know what I mean? So I was so worried about And this we're speaking, that's like maybe 6 months ago, right? So crazy stuff, guys. Slow motion, like in the movies. Like when you see in the movie a scene of action, like everything is just flying around. And you are just like, there, what? Why not even one thing touched us? Right? Crazy. Yeah, crazy. So yeah, that's why now that it's released, right? Now that it's there. So that's why when I said also in a couple of podcasts that, guys, there are things that didn't want this to happen, right? But it also showing that there are things that it want it to happen, right? So awesome, guys. This is freaking amazing. I'm glad we all are made it and we all are good, right? So awesome.
Bro, I didn't know that. You never said any of that to me. And that's crazy, bro. I'm really glad that you guys are okay and everything. That's a really, really super dangerous place. It's a really dangerous situation to be in. Wow. Thankfully, you know, nothing happened to you guys. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
3 hours? Wow.
Oh yeah, brother. And this is the thing. I was like, literally, I was thinking, why, right? Like.
Wow.
So there was 2-3 situation like this happening right there, and even the tow truck isn't coming, and you're like, what the hell? Like you're gonna try till the last moment to make it worse, right? You cannot go off the freeway because this side it's like we're speaking about not even a 2 foot where your car is like, like, and the car are like, and many people get distracted. So even this all the whole shit happened because they got distracted. And if they lose control there, brother, there would have been dead maybe 20 people right there between the ones in the car, the behind them, and all of us.
Oh yeah, the pile up like nobody's business.
Oh yeah, and this is in the dark, like just after dark, like just after sunset. So visibility.
Yeah, right. Eyes are just adjusting.
Oh yeah, the cars coming from behind, brother. All the cars from behind coming, and all this explosion, and that light reflecting in the glasses and everything was crazy.
Right. Wow, man.
And the sound, it was like an explosion. It was like an explosion. The first explosion was when they hit together, and I think they managed to control, right? And we're speaking about at least 100 miles an hour minimum on that freeway. 100,
Guys,
180, 80, 100. Yeah, go ahead. RDS.
I have 3% left battery. So I'm about to run out of battery on my phone. I'm gonna have to say goodbye now.
All right, brother. Thanks for passing
Thank
by.
you so much. Thank you for having me. Please visit RTS. We have members from all around the earth: France, Hawaii, the United States, Israel, Lebanon. So please visit RTS and sign in, get an RTS account. Thank you, Director Vikka, for having me over. Jean, Evelyn, nice to be with you guys tonight. Have a good night, everybody. God bless you all.
You too, bro. Good to have you.
Oh, yeah.
Come back again. We'll see you soon.
Yes, good night. Nice to
Oh
see
yeah,
you here.
absolutely, brother. Thanks for passing by. Whenever you want. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would have said this, but speaking, and this was one of the part of the making. apart from everything else that we didn't cover also, as we were saying, Gene, right, about all the animations that have been done, the time
Wow.
it takes for all these to put together, right, and the details, right.
Right? All those trailers that you're looking at, guys, is all original artwork, all that animation, well, most of it, right? There's a couple of things in the movie, but all that background animation that you see is really amazing, bro. You guys did such a great job on it. That it is good to listen to without the video too, though.
Oh yeah, the content, yeah, because
Wow,
it's been so much filtered and filtered and filtered, months after months after months, right, and
bro.
then fine tuning again. So the same words, you're gonna listen the same words again, and you're gonna connect other dots every time.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why people need to see few times. There are people seeing it 3 4 5 times. Why? Because this is the thing. In the first time you are getting is, because this is the thing, the flatten the curve also, and even the mechanical realm, you just start watching it, and you just don't know that it's finished already.
Yeah, and it's both of them are there's no fluff in that. It's all no nonsense, all business, all good high end information. I don't
Exactly,
know how you,
because it's, yeah, go ahead.
I think you guys did such a great job, man. I don't know how you took all that footage and pieced it together like that from different people, different times. You got to wait for stuff. Couldn't do things without certain things first. So,
Well, yeah, we
yeah.
because we have at least three version of everything from different people, and then other thing and all mixed up, and so it's was so much
Yeah.
stuff going through again and again and filtering it out and taking it from here and putting it there, so a lot
Yeah,
of
bro.
processing, a lot of, and between doing that, all the more connecting the dots and more didn't make it in the documentary, right, because of
Definitely.
whatever reason. Yeah,
Definitely. I thought of a couple of things. I was like, I missed that. I'm like, all right, afterwards we'll talk more about it.
exactly, because some things couldn't make it because the sound quality got bad in that moment, or was too much distortion, or whatever, like different reason, right,
Oh yeah.
or the
But
lighting was not right. Yeah,
yeah, I did one of mine at the Croton Park Gorge, I think it's called. Croton Dam Gorge. Big
yeah,
waterfall. Yeah, big
yeah, that
waterfall.
was awesome place.
Yeah, with a very sketchy history to it. Also, they built it in like record time. Even some people compare it to the pyramids because it's pretty spectacular, and it holds back all of New York City's water. I'm pretty sure that's where they get the water from, the Croton Aqueduct. So yeah, but
Oh
that
yeah,
place,
that was.
if it was windy, it was freezing cold, and the waterfall might have been going. I did it a couple times there, but they were all fun.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, even Evelyn, even me, even Eddie, we all have different places, right, but I use only from one place, right, even I had different places, but some places was so much distortion of the background, and yeah, crazy stuff. So yeah, people who have still not checked the mechanical realm, check it out. And yeah, we are almost 2 hours, guys, so we will have our last thought, because I think Keith, the satellites are not working for Keith, so maybe he won't be able to join us for our last thoughts. And yeah, what would I say? Yeah, the making of the mechanical realm, more or less how it happened, right? Into more behind the scenes about what had happened during the recordings, or but in all, but yeah, some, yeah, right. So yeah, last thought, guys.
Yeah, sure. It was a great show, bro. Thanks for putting the show together. Through your schedule, I know you're busy, and Evelyn, I know your time is different over there, and you're not always up at this hour. So, thanks, guys, for all the work everybody put into making this documentary a reality. I think everybody did a really great job with what they did and what we had together, and what you guys individually came up with was really awesome. And the order you put it in, Vika, I don't know, I'm like, wow, I did that, man. With all that video you had to sift through and consider and wait for stuff. So yeah, I'm so impressed. I really am. And to be part of it is like, I'm kind of still getting used to that, I guess, because it's going to be groundbreaking for people, you know? That's just the one thing that they've been asking for, shouting and screaming and crying for. And here it comes. So to be part of it was just like that Polaroid picture of reality that slowly gets focused, right? You, you told me, Vicky, you're not going to be able to prepare yourself for this. And you're right. No way to. A lot of fun thinking that this will be so much help for people and solidify the fact that the earth is not moving. And it'll be fun, guys. I'm not going to give too much away, but thanks to everybody who's here tonight. Thanks for the birthday wishes. A very special birthday to be here with you guys. And thanks everybody. Hey, I don't know if we mentioned it, but we got 1 million hits on the website yesterday. So that was like a really nice birthday present from the gods, I guess, from all of you. So great show, brother. Thanks a lot. And that story was crazy, man. Wow. I'll talk to you later about that maybe, but I'm real happy that nothing happened to you guys, and it shows you, yeah, that maybe that was like a good and evil battle versus each other right there, to get this through. So much, that story could have been so different. So it's definitely extra special to be here with you tonight, hearing that, right, guys? Always be careful out there, everybody.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When the truth resonates, right, it creates that frequency of protection, or I think we had a whole army of light beings behind us, in a way, supporting for this to happen. And yeah, absolutely, brother. As I said, when this rolls out massively, I think we already can see it, right? The importance of it, and the message it holds, and we all being to take that message there. So absolutely,
Right.
it's awesome experience, and yeah, it's a kind of a beginning, right?
Oh, sure. A whole new chapter for us to have as evidence for what they really want. And their working model doesn't even really work. So maybe this version of reality will definitely set in with more people. And couple it up with last week's and talking about both of the films you made, bro. I didn't get a chance to mention to Keith. Maybe if Keith could send that guy Flatten the Curve also in case he hadn't seen it, but I doubt that's the case. But
The flat earther for sure must have seen the Flatten the Curve. It
yeah, I
shouldn't be
can't
very
imagine he.
far away.
Right, I can't
I think
imagine he
if you're a
didn't.
flat earther and if you're not seen Flatten the Curve, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you, brother, and happy birthday once again, and have a great one, brother.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Definitely a great birthday today. Thank you, everybody.
Oh yeah, Evelyn.
Yes, yes. Well, in this world of deception, I thought maybe to leave you guys with a few verses from Saint Matthew, book of Saint Matthew. That's chapter 24, verse 3 onwards. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So, well, what I pray is that the works that we are doing here now, especially with this kind of revelation in in the documentary, I pray that it helps to open more eyes on the true earth, on a true creation, and open more minds and open more souls, so that so that it spreads all over the earth.
Oh yeah, all over the plane. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Evelyn. Thank you. And yeah, I think there's a lot that the people are gonna take away from this. As I said, like Flatten the Curve and the Mechanical Realm is for flat earthers. For flat earthers to learn, to know more. And I think it's done the a good job like flatten the curve. The mechanical realm is almost done the same job of putting in so many things that even the flat earthers are going to be like, what is this, right? So awesome. Thanks everyone. Thanks Evelyn. Thanks Gene, Keith, RTS Update, Marcio, David, Eddie, Alankar, Gutai J, and everybody who supported it from the behind the scenes. Yes, the mechanical realm is rolling. Awesome. Yes. So yeah, we're gonna see us next week then. Yeah, guys, thanks everybody in the chat for being here. And if you're first time here, do subscribe and check us out on the next week, right? All right. So this is Vikka Draziv signing out, guys. I'm gonna play one clip and then the outro. All right. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Thanks for listening. Good night.
Yeah, and share the mechanicalrealm.com. You can find the link in the description. Yes. See you guys next week. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
There was a time where darkness was upon the earth, and the light was hidden, making the truth so hard to find. The Mechanical Realm documentary, directed by Vikka Draziv and Marcio David, will bring back the hope to all real truth seekers, searching the real truth about creation and our Creator. Truth is getting censored and deleted as dots in a book on fire. History was rewritten various times to hide the real truth about creation and about our Creator. But now, in a time of awakening, where all truth seekers are getting together and helping each other to find the real truth, the Mechanical Realm, for the first time in the scientific community, is presenting one flat Earth working model that was lost in time. Check now the Mechanical Realm documentary, only on themechanicalrealm.com. Don't forget to download our app on Play Store. Your voice matters.
Don't wait more time. Watch now the Mechanical Realm documentary. Download our app or visit our website at themechanicalrealm.com. Be the next to wake up for a totally new reality.
Astronauts to the moon.
Houston, we have a problem.